Friday. It is Hump Day, May 20th, 2026. I am Peaches, kicking off the show with some Of Sulfur, Endless / Loveless, the final track off of their last album titled Endless. The reason why I played that for today is because I'm waiting on the Zoom call with Chase Wilson of Sulfur, who I previously talked about a few years back in 2023. I think it was February of 2023. I saw them open up for Lorna Shore back in November of 2022, and I can tell you, man, seeing 5 bands in one night is too much. I don't know how people can stand that long. I mean, some people are moshing, running around, letting the energy come out, but by the 5th band, by the headliner, you're like, dude, I just want to go home. And it's all those bands that sound exactly the same with the gutturals, the high-pitched screams. You know, it was Lorna Shore, Aborted, Angel Maker, Body Snatcher, and Of Sulfur all in one night. And the reason why I went back then is because I wanted to interview Will Ramos, who was on the uprise back then, and unfortunately that interview did not happen, but I mean, who knows? Hopefully in the future we can get Will Ramos on the show. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe I can talk to Chase Wilson and be like, hey, Will, tell him to pay attention to us. Pay attention to K-Bear 101. That's right. I've talked to Taylor Barber of Left to Suffer, as well as 7 Hours After Violet. I've talked to a few metal musicians, which, by the way, you can find that podcast available on demand wherever you get your podcasts. The Artist Interrogations podcast. You can also find it at riverbendmediagroup.com/podcasts. You can find all of our shows at riverbendmediagroup.com. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd listen to them, give us a good rating, follow them, that kind of thing. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. I do want to let you know that this Friday, I am going to be at Al's Sporting Goods on 17th Street from 3 to 6. I'll be there giving away those tickets, that pair of pit tickets to go see Papa Roach Set It Off Autumn Kings live at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater July 23rd. You can only enter in to win those tickets by going to Al's Sporting Goods when I'm there. They're going to have this awesome sale to kick off Memorial Day weekend. That reminds me, I think we're supposed to close down early on Friday. But no, I end up with a 3-hour remote. No, I can do it. It's no big deal. It's not like I have anything else better to do, really, besides get rid of more of my crap at my apartment. It's starting to look a whole lot more empty inside that place. Anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, like I mentioned, you can over at 208-535-1015. It's Peach's Pit Party on this fine hump day on K-Bear 101. It is K-Bear 101, and I am trying this new diet. I am trying to exclusively eat healthy foods. I'm trying to, I don't necessarily want to say I'm wanting to follow the Mediterranean diet. I'm trying my best to variate it. It's very complex. Trying my best to have a variety of foods that are healthy for me. Like last night for dinner, instead of door dashing some kind of fast food here in the area, I instead went to the store. I battled the Walmart crowd. No, I think it was Fred Meyer. Ran into a few people there. Said hi to some people that were listeners of the show. Got some whole wheat pasta with some rotel and mixed veggies and mozzarella. Made a pasta salad of sorts last night. And what's weird is that since I'm now doing the Wegovy, my appetite has gone way down, thankfully. I'm tired of feeling like I want to have a sweet treat at 10 p.m. Luckily, I don't feel that way anymore. And I used to eat like 3 plates of pasta. I only had 1 last night. Like, there was enough leftovers for 2 more nights, so I'll be having that for the next 2 nights, but that might get old. Who knows, I might have to add some fish to it or something to help spice it up, Trying my best to cut back when I was only eating Taco Bell and Culver's for like a pretty long time, and I was drinking a whole bunch of soda. Makes you feel gross. It does make you temporarily happy, but at the same time, you're like, man, oh man, this is going to wreck my system, make me fat, even though I need to lose like 160 pounds, so I'm currently snacking on tomatoes here in the studio. Yeah, they're snacking tomatoes. Whole thing of them. Petite cherry snacking tomatoes. Obviously, I'll try my best to get some better snacks. But if I sound cranky on the show in any way, shape, or form, it's because I'm not eating the crazy amount of carbs and sugar like I used to, all right? So if I start acting cranky, feel free to call me out. Call me at 208-535-1015. By the way, I didn't realize Greta Van Fleet was named after an old woman. She just passed away. She was 95 years old. Her name was Gretna Van Fleet. And yeah, she just died today, I think. So let's play some Greta Van Fleet as a tribute to her. Safari song. In case you didn't catch the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, Rolling Stone unleashed another list. Of course, it was controversial, had mostly dumb takes, but they released a list of the 250 best guitar solos of all time. No, the 100 best, right? Yeah, the 100 best guitar solos of all time. I don't know where I got 250 from. Oh, that's because I'm staring at this list that I believe I already talked about of the 250 best places to live in the U.S. in 2026, because I was making fun of the fact that they put Carmel, Indiana at number 1. I've never been there, but it doesn't sound all that appealing to me. Does it sound appealing to you at all? Their population, 103,000. The average commute, 21 minutes. The median home value, almost $500,000. Median monthly rent, about $1,400. So Carmel, Indiana, I guess. Congratulations. I bet the people over there love that. Love hearing the fact that they're the number 1 best place to live, so all these people from everywhere are going to come over there, trying to buy all the housing, all that stuff. But anyway, going back to the Rolling Stone list, they had Prince's Purple Rain at number 1 as the best guitar solo of all time. It's up there, but I wouldn't say it's the best. You got Crazy Train from Ozzy Osbourne. You got Metallica's One. You got... Excuse me. Wow. I just started choking on a piece of cherry snacking tomato. Jeez. That's what I get for trying to eat healthy. I just talked about that in the last break. There's a little piece that almost went right down the wrong pipe. Okay, hold on. Okay, I had to drink some water there. Jeez. All right, I guess I was also just choked up by the fact that they put Prince Purple Rain at number 1 on this list. Trying to figure out who else would be high up there. I mean, Van Halen Eruption, obviously. I'll have to ask this for to peach their own. What would you consider as the greatest guitar solo of all time? If you want to give me your answer now, you can. 208-535-1015. I was reading this story here about how this 99-year-old woman by the name of Pauline Kana, I believe that's how you say her last name, just set a Guinness Book World Record for the oldest person to crowd surf at a concert. It was during Brantley Gilbert's performance. At Kid Rock's first Rock the Country concert, Gilbert introduced Kana, a.k.a. Gangster Granny, as she's known on social media. Oh yeah, I've heard of this lady before. Now that it says Gangsta Granny, I can't believe I recognized her from that. She then surfed the crowd on what looked to be some sort of backboard. I completely forgot about Gangster Granny. I'm glad she's still doing well. Glad she's breaking world records. What if all of a sudden, like, D Van D, I can't believe I can't even say that guy's name. I don't think I can, but you know who I'm talking about. What if he decides to go crowd surfing? Maybe all of a sudden, like, David Attenborough goes to a metal show of sorts, crowd surfs. And then I wonder how many people will it take to make me crowd surf. I don't know. I don't want to end up like that one girl that we talked about on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem where she fell like on her neck and it snapped at Welcome to Rockville, and she's having to recover, but she's in good spirits though. She's talking about how she'll be in the pit soon enough. I think after one accident for me, there's no way I'm ever gonna go back out there and crowd surf ever again. If I ever even attempted to in the first place. But I still wonder how many people would it take to lift me up. I don't want to know either. Anyway, here's President Destroy Me on K-Bear 101. Northwestern University, located 12 miles away from Chicago, will debut its new $862 million Ryan Field on October 2nd against Penn State. The stadium has fans of college football buzzing because of its student section, the Wildcat Wall, where 2,000 fans will stand on a steep 65% slope near the end zone to create an intimidating environment for opposing teams. While the stadium's capacity is only 35,000 seats, the smallest venue in the Big Ten, a new canopy will cover the stands to trap and amplify crowd noise. With NFL offseason programs officially underway, EA Sports is gearing up to announce the cover athlete for Madden NFL 27. After back-to-back years featuring running backs Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley, we'll see if the game franchise chooses another running back for the cover, returns to a quarterback, or breaks a long-standing drought for wide receivers and defenders. The 5 players with the strongest case to be on this year's cover includes quarterback Matthew Stafford, which I doubt, running backs Bijan Robinson and Kenneth Walker III, wide receiver Jackson Smith. I don't know how you say that guy's last name. I don't even want to try because I'm afraid I'll say something really bad. And defensive end Myles Garrett. Watch it be like Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that. Last but not least, Indiana Fever, their star Caitlin Clark has been named the Grand Marshal for the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500 this Sunday. The 2-time WNBA All-Star will deliver the traditional command for drivers to report to their cars at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Clark joins an elite list of past Indy 500 Grand Marshals that includes Indiana sports legends Peyton Manning, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, and Tamika Catchings as well. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Barrel 101. That is so funny that this story popped up today out of all days, because I was talking about it with Victor and Jade off the air about how I was going to prank Andrea here in the building with an AI-generated picture, an AI-edited picture, I should say, of the toilet in the men's restroom, making it seem like there was a giant mess, like a toilet paper roll on the ground. I don't want to describe how bad it actually looked. It did look awful in the picture. Looked like one of those bathrooms that you would see at a campsite. And so I did that earlier today, and then I see this story about how a Lyft driver reportedly attempted to charge riders a $75 damage fee by using an AI-generated image of a fake mess inside the vehicle. The Gemini logo is visible on the bottom right side of one of the photos. If you're going to do this, I mean, make it look realistic. I looked at my picture, and yeah, there's a toilet paper roll that's kind of like floating on the railing. I mean, if you just glance at it, it's like, oh, geez, it looks like a crazy realistic mess. But then when you actually look at the picture, it's like, are those bullets on the ground? Like, what is this? Why is there like a coffee cup on its side on the ground of the vehicle? There's like some weird stain on the seats. I don't know. People are going to get crazy with this AI, and even crazier and crazier as time goes on. And who knows what's going to happen in the near future, what's realistic, what's not, and that kind of thing. There's a lot of AI videos popping up on Instagram. I'm like, whoa, that actually kind of looks real to me. And then people have to comment like, AI slop, and kind of I pointed out to the older people that are looking at Instagram reels too. Anyway, let's move on to some Lamb of God. Blunt Force Blues on Peach's Pit Party. I just realized something, and this is what happens when you let Victor be in charge. The noon hour of Madness and Mayhem that we pre-recorded for today did not air. For some reason, Victor set it to record next Tuesday. I could see how he could make that mistake. It's no big deal, really. Just made me laugh. I'm like, wait a minute. Why does it say there was nothing said on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem? And here I am, like, making references to it and all of that. Well, you can listen to, I guess, today's noon hour of Madness and Mayhem on demand wherever you get your podcasts. I'll upload it in podcast form. Luckily, we recorded it for that as well. So yeah, there's that. I did want to talk about this specific metal show coming up, considering it is going to be Memorial Day weekend. There's going to be a lot of people traveling. Maybe you just want to stay in town and maybe attend a show at the Gem this Saturday. Sludge Metal Fest going to be happening at 6 p.m. Did I say at the Gem? At the Gem. D-Knots, Jesus Rides a Rickshaw, Cold Breed, Fall of the Abyss, The Fire Within, all performing in one night. And if you want tickets to that show, I'll give away some during the next hour here on Peach's Pit Party as I try to get this noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, the one that should have aired today, available on demand wherever you get your podcasts. I can't tell which one is a worse way to die. I mean, sort of like in an embarrassing way. Like, I've talked about stories where an old woman has fallen off a cruise ship, and I honestly, like, I can't just make fun of an old lady who died, but it is kind of like, how did you fall off a cruise ship? Was there just some massive tilt to the ship? Maybe it's age that makes its way into the body. Her legs couldn't keep her balance and she just fell right off. But I also don't see the cruise ship tipping that much, right? Because cruise ships, they're massive and they're supposed to make ocean travel fairly easy, even though I have seen videos of Drake's Passage or the Drake Passage where it's just insane. Makes me never want to go on a cruise ever. I can't tell if that's more embarrassing than this poor woman, this 56-year-old grandma. She died after falling into an uncovered manhole in New York City. Just right there. Fell right through the hole, died. How far was the drop? Does it say here? What the heck? No, stated the manhole cover was likely dislodged by a truck minutes before the incident occurred. Imagine being that person that took the manhole cover off. I keep getting these pop-up ads on this website that's making it hard to navigate to this article. Oh, forget it. Yeah, I just can't tell which one's more embarrassing. I feel like falling off a cruise ship, much scarier than just falling down a manhole. Did that lady just, like, instantly die, or was she down there begging for help and then slowly over time, like, nobody heard her kind of thing? Like a prisoner situation with Hugh Jackman? I don't know. Scary stuff to think about. Here's Five Finger Death Punch, Eye of the Storm on K-Bear 101. The classic video has been resurfacing of the What the Is Up Denny's. Obviously, I can't say the full thing, but I think it recently celebrated an anniversary. Like, it was on this day, like, yesterday, 16 years ago. The Denny's Grand Slam happened, and the rest is history. Well, the band, which I completely forgot the name of, even trying to look for it through this article here, this post that I'm seeing on Facebook. Although it says right here in the comments, couldn't bother to name the band in the post, huh? And people were commenting and replying back to this guy's comment, not even responding with the band. There it is, Live Without. Live Without is the band. I guess they're teaming up with Denny's to promote their new Moz Pit Burger. It looks pretty, looks okay. I mean, it's just 2 mozzarella sticks on top of a cheeseburger. And there's some marinara sauce on top of the bun. Sounds like a mess. Sometimes these new innovations, like, they really don't need to happen, but I understand Denny's is kind of struggling. Is there even one left here in the area? I don't think so. I thought they were all gone. I didn't realize until they posted this video that they're trying their best to bring Denny's back from the dead with a band that, you know, just was in there one night, performed a concert. I don't know how they were able to play in Denny's and get away with it. Still to this day, that's a mystery. It wasn't that long ago that I posted this video talking about how Pandora is the old person Spotify, and there were a few old people that got very upset by it. One was like, how rude, how dare you say something like that? But then there were a lot of people saying, hey, it's true. But then there was one guy on Instagram that reminded me that Last.fm used to exist. And I remember using that back on the Xbox 360. And then this, the reason why I'm talking about this is because this article popped up on my screen, like saying how Last.fm was the only music social network that made sense. Everything was clickable, organized, up to date, accessible in real time. The idea wasn't to apply the structure to a set catalog of music, but to the unorganized ecosystem of MP3 files on an individual's computer. I mean, like, Last.fm disappeared. There was something else that disappeared, and I was like, whatever happened to this? And I'm drawing a blank right now. Man, time flies, dude. I remember sitting in my friend Bobby, his living room, his parents' living room, right there with the Xbox 360 on. Last.fm was playing. He was trying to play like all these classics for me from like the Rolling Stones and such. And I think we switched over to Bad Religion and all of that. Good times. I really want to know what goes through somebody's mind to do something as dumb as this. These people definitely qualify for geniuses of the day. 2 Americans were arrested in Japan for climbing into Punch the Monkey zoo enclosure. They just decided to hop up, get in there, and try to get close so they can potentially take a selfie. That's what I'm assuming. It doesn't say here, but yeah, if you try messing with monkeys, it's not the best. It's not going to turn out great for you. Just like what one person said on Reddit. What you have to understand is that monkeys are like us when we were still early humans. Thing is that means they can think like us. If they chose violence regardless of their size, I mean, despite how small Punch the Monkey is, you're going to get very badly injured. Monkeys are insanely strong. Like, I don't know how. This is so stupid. Like, never once have I gone to the zoo and been like, wow, I love these gorillas. I want to go ahead and just get close to them I can't even finish the rest of that sentence. Forget it. Here's Poppy. Time will tell. What a bunch of morons ruining Punch the Monkey's enclosure. Today's What the Headline comes out of Utah. Firefighters responded to an emergency involving 25 million bees. An entire semi-truck full of bees overheating on the highway. The truck broke down during hot weather. Is it in Parley's Canyon? Is that how you say it? And because the trailer wasn't moving, the bees were at risk of overheating and dying. So firefighters, they showed up, started spraying the hives with water to keep millions of bees calm while mechanics fixed the truck, and somehow nobody got stunned. The one time, there's been a few times I've been stunned by a bee, and it's awful. The worst part about it is not necessarily the pain, but the extreme itching that comes afterward. It was my 24th birthday party. I stepped on a bee. The bottom of my foot hurt so bad it swelled up, and of course, it's always touching something, so it started to itch so bad. 25 million bees almost killed all at once in Utah. Glad they're safe now, says here. 480 hives, all good. That is today's what the headline on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, so unfortunately, this happens in my line of work where you line up an interview with an artist and they might not show up for the Zoom call. Chase Wilson of Of Sulphur was set to join me via Zoom call, and he slept through his alarm. And the record rep was apologizing profusely, and I'm like, hey, it's okay. Like, it's not like I'm in dire need to talk to him kind of thing, and we can easily reschedule. It's no big deal at all. You know, for the next time, I'll have these questions still ready to go. I'm not going to delete the document. I'll just be ready whenever he's awake, I assume. But if you want to watch any of my other interviews, they're available via our YouTube channel, KBear 101 RMG. I got my most recent one on there with Johnny Frank and Bill Murray. I got, what else? Never Tell and Sleep Theory together. I got the funeral portrait on there. It's a fun time to talk to these artists and ask them unique questions. Check them all out again. KBear 101 RMG on YouTube. Here's Papa Roach, Wake Up Calling. Actually, you know what? After Beartooth, I'll tell you some more about how you can potentially win pit tickets to go see Papa Roach live at the Port July 23rd. Stick around for that here on Peach's Pit Party. So this Friday, I realized something a little bit earlier today, that we're supposed to be off early on Friday, and lo and behold, I gotta be the one person who works extra that day, but that's okay. I got nothing else better to do, especially when it comes to supporting a business that wants us to come join them for a big sale like Al's Sporting Goods. You know, this Friday from 3 to 6, they're gonna be doing this like tent sale, and it's gonna be rather cool because all their sporting goods stuff is gonna be on sale for Memorial Day weekend, like pickleball equipment, kayaks, stuff like that. If you're gonna travel, you might as well, stop on by Al's Sporting Goods, see if you can get anything before your camping trip for over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, obviously, and come see me at the table and enter in to win a pair of pit tickets to go see Papa Roach set it off in Autumn Kings live at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater, July 23rd. Only for those people who stop by and see me will get to enter. So yeah, there's that to look forward to, and but thanks to those American heroes, I should say, for sacrificing their lives for our freedom, and we definitely want to acknowledge that this Memorial Day weekend as well as the extra day off on Monday. We won't be here, so there's an extended weekend to look forward to. Just saying. Again, mark your calendar for this Friday, May 22nd, 3 to 6. I'll be at Al's Sporting Goods on 17th Street in Idaho Falls. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.